Hey guys, my name is Matimo, and today I'm excited to say that we've finally gotten a brief glimpse, a very brief glimpse, of the two new operators coming to Rainbow Six Siege in the upcoming Dustline DLC. The first thing I noticed is that Blackbeard's shield has the potential to be incredible. When a lot of people first learned about his shield, many assumed that it was going to be a big metal shield in front of his weapon, so that it was going to obstruct some of your vision, that was going to be the downside of it, but hopefully it would protect your face from a few bullets and you could win some firefights that way. That theory is completely out the window now because apparently not only is this shield massive and protects a lot of your face and a little bit down to the side as well, but also it's transparent. Now, this brings in a lot of questions on how they're going to be balancing this guy, because if this shield works anything like the other shields in the game, I don't know how he isn't going to be overpowered. The only thing I can think of for how they're going to balance it is that either he's going to have a lot of recoil. They did reveal that he does have access to the Scar H, which I know many people are going to be excited about, and so maybe the Scar H has a lot of recoil behind it, making it very difficult for him to just maintain his accuracy and get kills that way, or the shield isn't going to be as impenetrable as the other shields in the game, and after a couple of bullets, it will break, leaving him exposed. I'm really hoping that it's the latter. If all they've done is given him more recoil than most guns in the game, I don't know if that's going to be enough. And while this is pure speculation, he might be 100% well balanced, all we're doing is basing off of this trailer, if his shield works like every other shield in the game, I don't know how he's not going to be a nightmare to fight against in some situations. A lot of the times when you're going into a firefight with someone, all you can see is their face. If they're peering through a window, because of course they're on the attacking team, if they're behind a barrier, if all you can see is his face and he's got a shield that protects it, no matter recoil is going to save you. Eventually he's going to take you out because no part of his body is exposed and he's got an assault rifle in his hands. Eventually he's going to line up that headshot or just do body damage with his assault rifle and take you out. And so it's going to be really interesting to see how this guy functions in the game. I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be a bigger downside to a shield, but I just don't know what it's going to be at this point. So cross my fingers that he's not blatantly overpowered, cross my fingers that he's not going to be a nightmare to fight against, because if this shield is as good as some people are thinking that's going to be, he could be quite a doozy to fight against. We also get a quick look at Valkyrie's camera gadget in action. As we already know, you can throw this on basically any surface. You can throw this on the ceiling, a wall, you can even throw it outside of the building if you so desire to figure out where the enemy is coming from. But one of the ways that they're going to balance it out and make sure that the enemy, if they're observant, can figure out where this is located is that it looks like it's going to flash a blue light every once in a while. Now, it remains to be seen if this is going to flash continuously. I'm crossing my fingers that that's not the case, because if it is true, it may not be as good as I first expected it to be. If it's constantly flashing blue, it may not be as viable, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be able to figure out, oh yeah, blue light, I'm going to shoot that out really fast. But I'm assuming that it's going to function like every other camera in the game, where if you're inside of it and one of your teammates is accessing it, that's when it's going to flash that color. Regardless though, I'm still very excited to see how she functions. I really think that her camera gadget is going to do a lot for defensive synergy. It's going to improve teamwork, or at least add some more teamwork element to the defensive side, and so I'm very excited to see how she works in action. And then finally, if you haven't noticed already, we also got a look at the new map. It's hard to know how large or even what kind of building this is because the trailer is so short. We don't know where it's located other than it's the Middle East. We don't know if this was an abandoned train station like some people are speculating. Maybe it was an FBI building at some point because there are some monitors and cameras in there. Really hard to tell, but regardless, it's a new map. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Hopefully, I'm really crossing my fingers that it's going to be more reminiscent of House. I'm really hoping that they add in a smaller map instead of the massive one like they did with Yacht, but only time will tell at this point. But yeah, guys, that is about it for today's little video. I hope you enjoyed. Before I go, I did want to let you know that apparently the two new operators are going to be going live on May 11th for Season Pass owners, and then I would assume a week later for everyone else. I would also assume that they are going to cost 25,000 renown, much like Buck and Frost do. So if you're going the free-to-play route, make sure that you're stocking up on that renown. But other than that, let me know what you thought about what I discussed in today's video. Are you excited to get your hands on the new map? Are you a little worried like I am that Blackbeard might be too good? Let me know down below. But yeah, guys, until tomorrow, have a good one and take it easy.